We make a space each week for the concerns of our community life together. This week we have no individual concerns to name, but there is much to hold in our world. In particular, Dana Buhl, our Social Justice Director, has a message of collective concern for all of us this morning. Dana.
Like many of you, my mind, gut, and heart keep traveling to Texas in rage, in despair, in fear, and back again to rage. Abortion has essentially been made illegal in Texas. Vigilantes have been released on women, girls, people with a uterus, and on anyone who would support us in any way to get primary health care we need. Those of us who are most adversely affected are poor and working class people, disproportionately Black, brown, indigenous, immigrants. Vigilantes, bounty hunters, $10,000 reward. My mom and I spent some time the other morning crying together. I thanked her again for her decades-long service in reproductive rights, co-founding and directing the nonprofit abortion clinic in Ohio, and serving a term as chair of the National Abortion Rights Action League, or NARAL. Prior to Roe v. Wade, and after I was born, Mom had two difficult abortion experiences while living in Massachusetts. One was through the help of the underground clergy consultation service on abortion, which helped women get safe, if illegal, abortions. It is these experiences that compelled her to collaborate with a dedicated group of women to create the nonprofit abortion clinic, even though none of them was medically trained. This may be where we are headed again. During Mom's tenure, the clinic received bomb threats. There was always someone at the clinic harassing clients and staff. Sometimes there were larger organized attacks, such as Operation Rescue. Our home was picketed and stalked. Colleagues of my mom were killed. When speaking with her about this law, I said, "Mom, all of that was horrible, and it feels like what is happening now is worse." She agreed. Women, girls, people who have a uterus are at the crosshairs of this particular Supreme Court sanctioned bounty hunter enforced law. And trans people are at the tip of the spear of body sovereignty legislation, testing ground for all gender justice issues. This attack on our rights and ability to get primary health care and make fundamental choices about our lives is personal. It is not lost on us that legislatures which are passing these laws are overwhelmingly, dominantly, cisgender men and white and wealthy. True reproductive justice is racial justice, gender justice, and economic justice. Women, femmes, and queer folks in my orb are outraged and scared. I've seen a few outraged men too, but not enough, not nearly. Our outrage and our fear is justified, and we need space to grieve and to rage and to organize. Men, make room to check in with, listen to, and support the women, girls, genderqueer folks in your life. Are you aligning yourself with other men to support women and trans people? Are you speaking up about the role of men in unplanned pregnancies? Are you talking with the men and boys in your life about what you need to do to fight the numbness that lets sexism and misogyny run rampant? And are you putting your body, your money, your time on the line to help secure a truly representative electoral system where our electeds reflect the actual makeup of our communities and all citizens have access to free and fair elections? We aren't going to just get over this. And in fact, the only way for us to get over this and most of the crises of our time is by expanding electoral justice. On the same day that Texas passed this horrific law, they passed one of the most restrictive voting laws in the country that specifically targets Black and brown communities. And this isn't just about Texas. My hope at First Unitarian is that more of us get behind a strong electoral justice movement. We can join with the UUA Side with Love organizing school and UU the Vote. So please keep your eye on the e-news over the coming months for how we here in Oregon can be involved. Our bodies, our communities, and our shared home depend on it. This evening at 6 p.m., our time, there will be a vigil for Roe and for reproductive justice, sponsored by First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis and the UUA Side with Love campaign. The event is virtual and you need to register. So you can go to our church website under the news and events to register. All the while, let us be inspired, our bodies moved by the myriad creative and powerful acts of resistance and revolution that erupt through the land.